Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna need to buy a new house for all my Legos because I've been doing Lego sets like nobody's business.
I
Look at this.
saw when I was there, you had multiple going around. Did you finish the Daily Planet yet?
I did, so okay. Did I tell you the story of the Daily Planet? So I finished it, or the Daily Bugle. So I finished
Google,
it.
yes. I don't know
Yeah,
why
I
I said
finished
Planet.
it. I brought it
PC
all the way
got me.
upstairs. I put it in one spot, and I was like, I think I want to see what it looks like over in this spot. As I was moving it to the other spot, guess what? The bottom half of it just fell.
It decided to hate you personally.
Yeah, and it's not easy to put that shit back together. And the best part is, when I put it in the spot that I thought I wanted it in, I ended up not liking it and putting it back in their spot anyway. And then I spent all last night trying to put the bottom back together. It was a pain in the ass. Anyway, I still love Legos. I did Thor's hammer. There you go.
Oh,
I
Mjolnir.
know.
We love Mjolnir.
That was my sister and brother-in-law's birthday gift to me.
Oh,
but
hold on. Speaking of Legos.
Oh, yeah, girl, show me.
I don't have real Kurt's costume yet. I have, like, another costume, which is annoying. But look, I have a little Kurt.
He's so cute. I have a little Kurt, too. Where is he? Oh, fuck. He's...
I need his, like, actual red and black suit, though. Not this, whatever, yellow and black. But I took it because he has a tail, at least, guys. His tail is there.
I have the red one. At Comic-Cons, guys, they're like, every time I go to Comic-Con, there's always, like, this big Lego booth that has just every single character you could ever want for Legos. Anyway, we are not the Lego podcast. We are the Nightcrawler podcast, aka Simply Amazing. And welcome, everybody, to the fabulous Hellfire Gala. I hope that you've, at very least, washed your face and thrown on some deodorant, because this is
Look.
There's a dress code. There's a dress code.
This is the gala, and there is a dress code, as Lisa's saying. Like, you have to, come on, y'all. We can do better than the straights. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, we can do better than just deodorant and some pieces of clothing. Like, we got to show up and show out. And I'm excited to talk about this issue because we're going to talk about if this Hellfire Gala showed up or not. Like, whether it was really great, whether it was kind of eh.
Spoiler alert, I don't even remember most of it, so you're going to hear that answer from me. But
right?
Yeah, but let's introduce ourselves, girl. I'm Lisa, aka the OG Nocturne, and we have with me the fabulous, bespeckled, behatted girl over here. Tell them about yourself, girl.
Hello, I am Lauren, your friendly neighborhood bi, and I put on this shirt just for you, Lisa, because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to record this in my sports bra. She's not going to care. And then I said, oh, that's just too much on a Sunday. The Lord needs me to wear a shirt. So I put a shirt on it, and I think it's quite fitting. It's a Marvel shirt. I mean, it's not Nightcrawler, but we're talking about the gala, and the Avengers crashed it this year. I mean, like, they just decided we're actually going to do something here. Like, what?
The Avengers show up, and it's like, I love how they make it sound like, oh yeah, the Avengers weren't going to go, and then they found out about the many lives of X-Men, and now they're like, oh, we got to show up now. Also, I mean, justice for MJ. Come on, guys. Hasn't that girl been through enough?
Let me tell you, and that Free Comic Book Day issue where you see Moira take her, I was like, man, Spider-Man fans gotta be like, what the fuck? Who is this Moira hoe? And what is she doing? And they have no idea. Like, right? Unless they also read X-Men, like, how big a deal that is. But I'm kind of with you. Like, give MJ a break. Like, couldn't she have taken Peter and have MJ find him? That would be a fun story. But, you know,
I mean, I guess the reason she took MJ was because it's somebody who would have a reason to be there, but not anybody who necessarily actually is terribly close with any of the X-Men. So, like, could fly under the radar. It's like, she doesn't have any, like, MJ theoretically has a reason to be there, kind of. I mean, it's super ancillary, but she could, you can see her being there, but has no reason to go strike up a conversation with Jean or Emma or the professor or the Cuckoos or anybody who is reading minds. So, and could maybe see if something's off. And that's the thing. That's where Spider-Man comes in, and he's like, you X-Men are fucking up, so I'm gonna take over and figure this shit out.
Yeah, it's interesting how a lot of that leads into who is it? Wolverine and Spider-Man, I think, are going to have a comic together.
Are they? I
Like
have no
during
idea.
X-Force, I think it said like keep up with their journey in X-Force or something. I was like, well, this isn't going to make me read X-Force more. So good try, Marvel. I'm still not going to read it.
Look at this. The hair came off my little Nightcrawler Lego.
That's no, we don't start with the bald stuff, okay? All these fans in these different fandoms are like bald insert character's name. We don't need to start that for Kurt again. Okay?
Hey, listen, Kurt is bald in certain iterations and universes.
I know,
so
we don't need to do it again.
Okay, fair enough.
I gotta say, so I think we should just get this out of the way. The Hellfire Gala. Lisa, is Kurt here? Like, is he even here having a good time or getting drunk in the corner again?
I'm looking. I got like I'm peeking around the corner. I'm checking. I'm checking to see.
A blue fuzzy guy with a tail would be easy to see, you know.
See, here's the thing. Did he get banned because of his of the way he acted at last year's Hellfire Gala? Which is bullshit because the man's German. There's no way you can tell me that he cannot handle his liquor. However, yeah, like I mean, maybe he was banned. Maybe they were like, "Listen, Kurt, like we can't have you making an ass of yourself." You know.
So Kurt's not there. Then what's the point of this issue? Why?
I don't know. So Emma can be catty at Tony, and they can talk about how she looks like Steve's mother again. And
listen, I feel like there are three levels to our fandom, you and I's fandom in this podcast. 1 is Kurt, 2 is Rachel, 3 is Emma. That's how it goes. So if any time one of his characters are present, we're good. Even if Kurt's not there, we have 2 backups we can rely on.
I mean, girl, listen. Don't sleep on Wanda. Do not sleep on Wanda for a second.
You're right.
Wanda does something.
Sorry. Okay, we'll put Wanda at 3 and we'll put Emma at 4. So
thank you.
I think that's about, yes, we can't forget that. She does show up, Wanda. Speaking of which, I don't know why they have Wanda there and not Kurt. I mean, don't they know? Like, they got something going on. Like,
maybe that's part of it too. Maybe Wanda was like, you know what I can't deal with is the fucking blue guy. If he tells me about our child from another universe one more fucking time, like I don't know how. Like this is one of those things. Like there's no like book about how to break up with the guy you're not dating but you have a baby with in another reality. No, right?
You know what? I bet they, like other people, decide to separate them because if Kurt told her about the daughter in our universe, Wanda would lose it again. Like she'd be like, I need to go get our child. She'd be like, absolutely, Kurt. Like she would totally be on his side, and I'd be like, oh god, not again. Like we just did this. Like.
Or as one fic put it, Wanda finds out about it and then like it's in another universe and she's like, ew, gross, why would I fuck that guy? To what I say, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I see there's a reason that hasn't happened and because that's not true. Like that, what universe would that happen in? It must be like gazillions of light years away from my existence. Like
So remind me, what exactly does Wanda do? Because I feel like it's almost like it's like fireworks.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. To be fair, when I read this issue, so my general thoughts on this issue, I read it and I was like, cool, there's a new X-Men team. Okay, we got some Emma stuff here. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed her basically being like, fuck you, Scott, but also, damn it, you're kind of right. We do, you know, she's still a good person, but she's still like, fuck you, Scott. And I'm here for that. Like, yes. Past that, she really didn't do that much for me. But that said, it was nice to see a couple people there. I do remember the page where you see Gabby and Laura just like dancing and having fun. And I was like, literally, they should have switched outfits, those two. They were wearing each other's outfits. Like, incorrect, Marvel. Fix it. Just let Laura be in a tux. Maybe next year. Maybe I'll get lucky. But like, I just don't understand why they're shying away from that so much.
Oh, yeah. I want to talk about the decisions of like the vote to have the new X-Men team, mainly because like Firestar is like, I don't want it. And then they're like, by the way, bitch, you're going to get it. And it's just like, does she have no option to be like, no, thank you?
Yeah.
You know, like she has no option to say, yeah, no, I'd rather not. Thank you. There are so many other people who'd rather be X-Men. Because that's how it felt to me. It felt like it just felt like they just like grabbed her and were like, yep, it's you now. And she's like, doesn't even have a choice to say no.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the X-Men team then, since you already jumped into it. I think it's very weird ass mix. And I'm with you on everything you just said. And also at the same time, why are Scott and Jean still there? Like, move on. Give me new leaders of the team. Like, can we? I feel like we're back in the 70s, but I'm not enjoying Scott and Jean together. Like, that was their time. It's like, can we move on now, guys? Like, I'm not here for their ship now. I'm just not.
No, I agree. It's just I prefer Jean without Scott, like 100%. Like X-Men Red was fucking awesome, I thought.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, it just. I mean, I guess they need an anchor for the team, or they at least need like something that's consistent. Which I mean, if Jean and Scott have to stay there because of that, whatever.
And
But
let it just be Jean. Why Scott there? Bye.
because Marvel needs us to understand that Scott is the head of the X-Men as much as we don't want him to be. The other thing is like, where's the diversity, Marvel? Like, where's your like actual physically mutated mutants?
Yeah, that's it's still not going well. In that aspect. So who do we have on team? We have Scott and Jean, Magic, Forge, and
Alex,
Firestar was the vote, and Alex.
Firestar, Alex, and Bobby.
Oh, and Bobby. So we've got 7 people. One, that's too many fucking people. 7 people. Like, I need a nap. Like, take out 1 or 2 of them, guys.
It's like it's they're packing the X-Men like they packed the Supreme Court. You know, like that's what they're doing. Next,
yeah, I guess.
Next they're gonna make it illegal for mutated mutants to date real mutants or whatever.
Listen, in terms of this team, I don't think all these people are going to stay on this team. I think 1 or 2 of them are going to have to leave the team at some point, like before there's a new official vote.
I am looking at this team picture and I hate how upset Firestar looks. Like, girl, why does she have no choice? Like, what is this? Why does she have no choice?
Well, and like, she was the poll vote, the fan vote #1, so that's actually why she has no choice, because we the fans apparently said, bitch, you're on the team. But like, I know, yeah, it's kind of like, couldn't they have found a way to write it so that she actually wants to be there? Like,
yeah, do you know what this is really giving me like shades of, and I hate it. But also I've just started watching the 3rd season last night, so maybe that's why. This is giving me shades of The Boys and like Starlight not being happy and like all that shit. And it's like, can we please not make the X-Men anything like that at all? You know what I mean? Like, there should be, it shouldn't be non-consensual whether or not you are an X-Man. It should just be like, you want to be on the team? Great. We'll give you the opportunity. Let me tell you, fucking Kurt would jump on that team in a heartbeat because he like lives to be an X-Man. But like, you got to force this girl who literally wants nothing to do with it to do it. The only thing I hope we do get out of this is some cute Bobby and Angelica moments, because I don't know how much of their history is actually canon, but like them being roommates and all that cute shit. So,
and they were roommates.
They were, well, no. So that was in the cartoon, though. That was in the was it the Amazing Spider? Was it Spider-Man? I think it was a Spider-Man cartoon.
Yes,
and
it was.
Like,
yes, like old 70s or something.
Yeah, and at first, I think the trio that lived together were Iceman, Spider-Man, and Johnny Storm. But then they were like, "Oh wow, this is really gay. Like, we desperately need to put a chick in here because this is gay." And so they ended up swapping Johnny Storm for Angelica, and I think she was created for the series, if I remember correctly. But this is not a Firestar podcast, so I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if that's, now that I think about it, because I was trying to figure out why they threw Bobby in there. I was like, I mean, I'm not against it, but like, this just, the team, even before Bobby was announced, seemed random, and now it's like, it seemed extra random. But no, that makes sense in terms of, I think they know that, especially with Firestar fans and such, they know that people know that friendship from the show, and that'll probably trickle over onto this team, I think. But otherwise, like, why is Magic on the team? Like, I love her, but she's busy with Limbo and the New Mutants. Like, what the fuck is this about?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Amanda's back and she's going to take Limbo back.
Maybe. And as long as she's not taking Kurt and Kurt's not taking her, I am happy as a clam. Come on back, Amanda.
Right? I mean, I would read another little series like that Magic series from the 2000s. I thought that was pretty good. So why not? You know, Amanda kicks ass when she can kick ass. But yeah, I agree. Ileana seems like an odd choice. And she just kind of like shows up and is like, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna take the
Yeah, and
whole.
it's like, when did you show an interest in this?
But the whole process makes no sense to becoming an X-Man, because it's like one of them got voted in, even though she wanted nothing to do with it. The other one just walked up and was like, "I'm gonna fucking take it." And then like
Right.
three of them were like, "Well, we're not leaving." So it's just like this. It feels like Congress. Honestly, that's what it feels like.
You know what? I wonder if that's intentional in terms of just adding to the whole themes of like Krakoa is not the paradise that it seems to be, and that they're making it out to be. Like, at some point somebody's going to realize that's also not working. Out of the many things that aren't working on Krakoa, that's also part of it.
Yeah, it also it seems so clicky, because it's like, imagine like you're just a random mutant who's like, wow, every year we're going to have a vote to see who the X-Men are going to be. Maybe it's going to be my year one year. And then fucking Magic's like, I volunteer. And it's just like, whoa, this bitch wasn't even on the ballot. And now she's got a spot, not me. Like, honestly, if that's where they're going with this, I'm super interested. I think that would be so fun and so cool to see like the politics behind it, and like a rising, like, like the underclass of mutants who are not X-Men or like affiliated with the X-Men, like rising up. That I'm here for. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, who knew the X-Men could be clicky, right? Like, one of the most popular franchises filled with, hundreds of thousands of characters. Honestly, I think it's kind of representative of the fandom too. Like, have you noticed like the fandom for the X-Men is very, very clicky.
Oh yeah.
Uh
Oh yeah.
very, very clicky, and there's different cliques among it. I also wanted to mention Forge, because Forge is actually, to me, the one that made the most sense and is the most direct plot device, because we see that he's been doing something for Xavier, Professor Gaslight, and all of them. So there's a very specific reason he was put on the team. He was not random at all, and I think he's probably going to be on the team the longest, ironically enough, along with Scott and Jean.
Oh yeah. I agree. I mean, he does make a lot of sense to be there. It's he's got a good, but again, even he is like, I don't really want this.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just like, he's like, I don't know, guys. I don't
Can
know.
people consent to being X-Men, please? Like, come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Also, like, give me, okay, I love Wanda. I love everything about Wanda, but like, I don't know why she's in charge of this whole moment.
I don't know either. I think they were just like, we need to throw her in somewhere. Okay, put her here. So, I mean, I guess they put her in there for you, Lisa. They're like, damn, Lisa's gonna get us if not only Kurt's on here, but she isn't. Like, we're gonna get God.
I mean, if they really wanted to make it up to me, they'd put Nocturne in it, but that'll eventually, we'll see. I'm putting it out there into the universe.
We'll have to see. I mean, look, Canticle for Talia and amongst other things, I mean, she's coming. It's just gonna be like an MCU buildup of like 10 years.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. And then can I just say, I'm like scrolling through this, and Tony literally walks up on Angelica and like sniffs her neck and is like, "Congratulations." And it's like, "Oh my god. This poor girl. Get her off Krakoa. She wants nothing to do with any of this."
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Yeah, it's just, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with this new team, but I can't say that I'm excited for it. Like, this team didn't make me go, damn, now I gotta start picking up the main title X-Men again. I'm kind of just here like, all right, so we got some more weird shit happening that doesn't make too much sense yet.
I gotta say, like, I don't need to pick up the books. That's what podcasts are for. I'll listen to a podcast. Like, if I'm not that interested in the book, but I just want to know what's going on, I'll just listen to a podcast. Or I'll start watching Twitter and see what people are tweeting about.
Look,
If it's actually worth it.
honestly, that's where I get all my news. I'm going to be the idiot to say it. That's where I get everything. It's through Twitter, guys. And if I don't get through Twitter, like when I take my Twitter breaks, I just go through Discord. And there's a couple places where they post all the big news, so I get everything at once.
Oh yeah. Final thoughts, Lauren, on the Hellfire Gala.
So, on a scale of fake Kurt to real Kurt, this was somewhere a little below whatever the middle of that scale was. Kurt wasn't in it, so that stunk. But Emma was great. The new X-Men team is what's happening. Steve Rogers looked great. So it's a solid middle Kurt for me.
So not quite a furt.
Not quite a fur, but nowhere near a real Kurt. Nowhere near.
No. This is like, you know what this Kurt is? If it's on a scale of Kurt to Kurt, this is like Michael Darkholm. Like just a weenie who lives in an attic and paints. No offense to weenies who live in an attic and paint, but comparatively to Kurt, that's a weenie to do.
What's with you and weenie today? On a scale of fake weenie to real weenie, Lisa, what are your final thoughts on this issue?
Oh, girl, don't even start with the weenies. Okay, I mean, I don't really care about this issue. I got to be honest. I get it. It's moving things forward. We have a new X-Men team. I don't need to see them choose. I don't know. It's just like, I get that, like, they're trying to engage us in the whole thing. I don't necessarily need to see them choose new X-Men teams. Just have a new X-Men team. It just feels like if this is gonna be a yearly thing where every year at the Hellfire Gala we're gonna have an issue that's dedicated to this new X-Men team. It's like, okay, I don't need it. I don't think anyone needs it. Like, it's fine. We got it. The X-Men team's here, and I like the fluidity of when the X-Men could kind of move around, where it's like, you know, that doesn't mean that they are actually committed to a year as X-Men. They can, like, maybe some will stay 10 years, maybe some will be in and out, making their own teams, doing their own thing. So, and it also just makes it feel less like some of the characters that have already taken on pretty big. I mean, granted, we're going to talk about Avengers, X-Men, Eternals soon, so some of this is up. But, like, for example, a character like Storm that has already taken on such an enormous role on Arakko. Like, when you have this idea that the X-Men have to have this 1 year commitment or whatever you want to call it, suddenly you can't really have many stories where Storm is with the X-Men because she is this specific character. You know, it's just, that's, I think, my issue with this whole thing.
Yeah. Well, and I think part of the thing with the X-Men team, and because last year it was kind of cool, I remember with the Hellfire Gala seeing the X-Men team chosen, but now there's no energy behind it. There's no excitement behind it for me. And a huge part of it is because that line does nothing for me. Like, the team hasn't done anything, and Duggan's writing, and I loved his stuff on Marauder, so, you know, no slander to him, but his run with the main X-Men title has not been good. And I think that's part of the lack of enjoyment there, right? And for me, I agree with you. The you know, I don't have the need to see it done because I don't care. When you make the X-Men a team I care about again, and you make that title something I care about, then we'll talk about it. But yeah, I'm not sure going yearly with it is the way to go.
But the thing is like, you know, I don't want to come too hard on the writers or anyone who's doing this, because there's a really good chance that all the unease that we're feeling and all of the kind of like that we're feeling about it is intentional, to kind of, because I could see a writer taking something like this, where suddenly this team of these people who are like super marginalized to the point where they're being hunted, it's gone from being like this small kind of roguish team of like found family and friends and people who care about each other, now to like this democratically kind of elected group of people who in some cases don't even want to have anything to do with it. And I wonder if, like, we're supposed to see that and be like, ooh, they are really straying kind of far from, you know, their you know, their roots. And maybe we're supposed to see that, and maybe something's going to come of it. And then there's also like, you know, this whole idea of like, Firestar, you're one of us, and therefore you should. And it's just like, well, you know, everybody's entitled to kind of make decisions about their identity and how they want to approach it. So, you know, just because she's a mutant doesn't necessarily mean that she needs to be fighting on the team for mutants all the time.
Yeah, no, I think those are really good points. And yeah, I'm hoping they go more into that direction. And I think just with all the titles, you know, like all the titles now in this kind of phase or whatever, Krakoa, they've been leaning that way. So we'll just have to see. Hopefully the main title gets better, and hopefully some things start to click. But yeah, you know, the Hellfire Gala was not gay enough for me this year, and that sums up my thoughts. Thank you.
Judge Lauren. Wait. Oh, wait. I'll use Mjolnir.
Oh, God.
Actually, I have to be way more careful with this because it could just completely shatter. Because
that was amazing.
I am as powerful as Hela. I can just shatter Mjolnir with
Listen,
a single judgment.
I just saw you pick up Mjolnir. Like, you are worthy. This is an iconic moment.
I am beyond worthy. Beyond worthy. It's not even funny. Anyway. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Let's talk about the Hellfire Gala. It could have used a bit more fire. It was more like the Heck Ember Gala. But hey. What can you do? But yeah. If you want to find us, listen to more. Always listen. If you guys are enjoying what you're hearing now, we've got like almost 50 episodes already recorded. So go back, listen to some of our favorites. I'm going to start posting some on Twitter, some of our favorite episodes that we've done, because, to have a little bit of fun there. And actually, we are like 2 months away from our 1-year anniversary too. So that's pretty exciting.
How crazy is that shit?
I know,
a whole
right?
year of talking about everything Nightcrawler. Who else can say they've done that?
Maybe Dave Cockrum, but maybe. I will say that we haven't even scratched the surface of the amount of topics that we still have to cover and the different things we're going to do. And if you out there, if you're interested in joining us at any time, please let us know. We'd love to have you on as a guest, talk to you about Kurt, talk to you about Amanda, talk to you about Margali or Rogue or anyone, even tangentially related to Kurt. We'll talk about it. Well, I mean, we can find a reason to talk about anything and relate it to Kurt. I promise. We'd love to hear from you. We have a special page on our website, which is simplyamazingpod.com, that has a sheet where you can sign up for that. Also, on our website, you can find all of our socials, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook, or all that stuff is there and available for you. So come talk to us. Let us know what you think. And you can also just rate and review and subscribe. That also helps us as well. And Lauren, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at friendlynbhdbi. Sorry, I was making sure I was spelling right in my head. And I am going to start up my Sunday shows again soon, which is exciting.
Yes!
7th, which is actually my birthday.
Yes!
So hopefully that'll be a fun, goofy show just to get things back up and running and see some familiar faces.
Lauren will finally be 18, ladies and gentlemen. So.
I can't tell if that's really nice or really mean of you.
I don't know which way to take it, but I'm like, please, here's the thing. It made me look worse than you because it's like, as I said it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cute. And then I'm like, oh, wait, this makes it sound like I've been doing this with a minor for a year. Okay, this is bad news.
That's true. No, whoever can guess how old I'll be on my birthday this year gets a cookie. I don't know how I'm going to send it to you, but I'll find a way to send you a cookie.
Yeah, you can just, it doesn't have to be an actual cookie. It can be like a cookie, like come to our website and everybody gets a cookie.
That's true. Or I'll just send you like a paper cookie, but it's Kurt's face in the shape of a cookie.
Oh, girl. I mean, I already know your age, so it's not easy for me, but I guess I'm out. But yeah, everybody guess it. It's anywhere. I'm going to give you guys a hint. Anywhere between like 13 and 110.
That's a really good hint. I mean, I don't know how people won't get it from that.
My next hint, she's not a vampire.
Don't lie to them now, Lisa. Lying. We can't stoop to lying.
That's true. Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Come find us on all our socials. Come find Lauren on her special birthday celebration. Unfortunately, I'm going to be traveling, but it's going to be awesome, and I'll be there in spirit. Also, we are still raising money for different funds through our Redbubble page, and you can find the link to that on our website as well. Again, that's simplyamazingpod.com. And for those of you out there who heard that I was able to pick up Mjolnir and are like, oh my god, I wish I was worthy. Bitch, girl, you are. Every single one of you are worthy because you're simply amazing.